Hello everyone, my name is Brett Decker. I am a product coordinator here at Miniature Market, and today we're going to be talking about Sea Salt and Paper. Okay, so this is Sea Salt and Paper. The game is very simple to play. First, you're going to shuffle the deck and place it right here. You're going to discard the top two cards into separate piles, and then we go around the table, and each player is just going to simply pick up one of the two cards on the top of the discard piles, or draw two cards. When you draw two cards, you can pick one to keep in your hand, and you place the other on top of a discard pile. You can choose either discard pile unless one is empty, then you have to choose the empty discard pile. So all these cards are worth a amount of points and do various things. There are 4 basic type of cards in the game. There are set collection cards, there are duo cards, there are point multiplier cards, and there are mermaid cards. Each one of them will give you points in some way or another, but they also might have other effects. I'll start with the collection cards, which look like this right here. They have a number of points along the side here. You'll score that many points based on how many of that set you collected. For instance, this is the shell one right here. There's lots of shells in the deck, and each one will get each one will give you more with the more you have. So right here I have 3 shells, so it's going to be worth a total of 4 points. If I only had 1 shell, it would be 0 points. Next on the list are the point multiplier cards. Each one of them has represents a different type of card. There's only 4 point multipliers in the deck. One is for boats, fish. We also have one for anchors and for penguins. And all they do is make your type of card worth that many more points. So with this card in your hand, you will get 1 more point for every fish you have in play. This is the same true for boats. Moving along, you will see that we also have these duo cards. Duo cards will score you 1 point for every pair you have, but it will also have an effect whenever you play them. This right here is the fish card. Whenever you play 2 fish together, you get to draw the top card of the deck and keep it in your hand. There are also crabs, which lets you do this, lets you look through either of the discard piles and pick a card out of them. Boats, which lets you take another turn immediately. And there is a special pairing of cards where you can pair a shark with a swimmer, and you can immediately steal another card from a hand. You have to have one of each though. Last are the mermaid cards. Mermaid cards will let you score points based on your colors. So 1 mermaid will let you score points based on the color you have the most of. 2 mermaids will let you score points on your top color plus your second color. For instance, with this setup right here, my highest color is black, and this mermaid would score me 3 points. If I were to add another mermaid to the equation, I would then also get 2 points for my yellows here. So this game is played over many rounds. In a 2-player game, it is the first to 40 points. In a 3-player, it's 35, and in a 4-player, it's 30. During your turn, like I said earlier, you will go ahead and either take 1 card from the discard pile or 2 from the top. After you've taken your card, the turn will pass. During your turn, if you've collected any of the duo cards, you can also play those by putting them face up in front of you. So we will keep passing turns around the table until one person decides that they want to go ahead and end the round. In order to end the round, you will have to have at least 7 points. There are 2 ways you can end the round, both of which happen at the end of your turn. You can either say stop, in which case the round ends immediately and everybody scores the amount of points in their hand. Or you can call last chance if you would like to gamble. Whenever you gamble with a last chance, it allows every other person to have 1 extra turn. Also, you have to make sure you have the most points in that round. If you beat everybody else in that round with points, you get to score your points plus your highest color while your opponents only score their highest color. However, if you lose the last chance bet, you will only score your highest color, whereas your opponents will score the round normally. Another interesting thing about the game is there are a total of 4 mermaid cards, and if you ever happen to collect all 4 in one round, you immediately win the entire game. Not just the round, the entire game. Alright, so we'll start the game by going ahead and flipping over the top 2 cards right here. Out on the table we do have a reference card for what the duo cards do, as well as a sheet for how many of each color there are. So let's decide who goes first.
I feel like you explained this.
I will go ahead and go first. So I can either take either of the 2 face-up cards, or I can draw the top 2 from the deck, choose one, and put the other one on the discard pile. That is one of the point multiplier cards. It'll make your anchors worth 3 more points if it's in your hand at the end of the round.
But that means I need to be actively collecting.
Yes, anchors. Yep.
Okay.
Knowing the amount of cards in the deck also really helps, but
I don't know that.
Don't know what a card count. These cards are bigger than I was expecting.
yeah, it's a nice card stock.
These are actual, like they made actual origami and then took pictures of
Yeah.
it.
No one's gotten a duo yet.
I think the point needs to be made that you're playing with 2 people who don't, and I'll speak for both of us, that don't really strategize when we play card games.
We play with our heart.
We play with our heart.
The swimmer pairs with the shark to be able to steal a card from somebody. There's another point multiplier card that needs the boats.
There were so many boats out there.
I know, we've definitely gone through this.
I don't think.
Alright, she's got the first duo.
This shark.
You still have to discard one of the 2 cards you just drew.
I just picked up off the top.
Oh, right, that's right. My mistake.
Do I see everyone's?
Nope, you just get
I
to pick a player.
Pick a random one?
Pick a player and you get a random card out of our hand. Whoever's hand.
I think I know what you have, so I'll take.
Alright.
Is it because I'm too close and you can see it?
No. And then this is now worth 1 point.
That is now worth 1
Okay.
point.
Now, if the deck runs out before anybody gets 7 points, we end the round and nobody gets points.
That is
right?
correct. I've
Okay.
never seen that happen before, but that is a thing that can happen.
When can I play mermaids?
You keep them in your hand till the end of the round.
But
You don't
it's nice
actually
to
play
know.
them. If you need to steal cards, make sure you steal them from Nikki. I will then go ahead and say stop.
Cool.
So I have more than 7 points, so I said stop. Now we can go ahead and reveal hands and add our points together. So let's go ahead and do me first and put my cards front and center. These are the pairs I played throughout the game. They're each going to be worth 1 point. 1, 2, 3. I also had a 2 octopus. 2 octopus together will be 3 points, so there was a total of 6. I have the school of fish, which will make all my fish worth 1 point each. I have 2 fish here, so that's going to be 7, 8. Now keep in mind that if I had an extra fish in my hand that didn't make a pair, it would still count as a point for this, even though the pairing wouldn't give it a point. So I'm up
So
to.
is that worth 2 or?
This is going to be worth each fish themselves is
Okay.
1 point each, plus the pair is another one. So
Okay,
this,
so
this
3.
whole thing here is 3.
Okay.
So I'm up to 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is worth 2 points. There's 7, 8. I have 1 penguin. 1 penguin's worth 1 point. That'll bring me up to 9. And then I also have a mermaid, which is going to score me points based on my highest color. I'm tied with my light blue and my black up here. So I'll get 2 points and bring me up to 11. Okay. I could have said, instead of stop, I could have called last chance, giving both the other players an extra turn. If I would have had the most points after that, I would have scored an additional 2 points for a color bonus.
Nice.
Now, the color bonus, whenever you have multiple mermaids, you have to score your next highest color and so on and so on. But whenever you're scoring your color bonus based on calling last chance, you could score the same color twice. So if I had 2 mermaids and these 3 cards, and I said last chance, I would score 2 points for the first mermaid, 1 point for the second, but I would still score 2 points for the color bonus. So we're up to 11 points for me. Let's move on to the next player here.
That's okay.
All right, so we have 4 different pairs, so that's gonna be 4 points out there right now. So then let's go ahead and look into the hand. The hand has 2 sharks that do not make any type of pairing. This will make all the anchors worth 3 more points, but there are no anchors, so that's gonna be 0 points as well. And this is going to be 0 points because it is the only shell. So right here we're scoring 4 points. If she had a mermaid in this though, the mermaid would be worth 6 points because of all the blue colors in here.
I didn't see any anchors.
There are only 2 in the deck.
So that was a poor choice on my part. And I'll remember that.
I mean, we can cycle through the deck pretty good, and seeing an anchor, you usually don't want to pick them up because there's only 2 in the deck,
Right.
and they're worth 0 points by themselves.
So you have to get the pair
You have
or
to-
have them all. Well, that would still be 0 times 3, right?
So yeah, so that there's
So you have to have all 3 cards, or you have to have 2 of those cards or all 3.
you could, if you were to grab these 2 right here, this would still be 3 points.
Okay.
So this actually turns your 1 anchor into some amount of points,
Okay.
whereas you have to have both anchors to get the 5 points.
That makes sense.
Okay, let's go over here to player 3.
That's the only one that I played.
Okay, so wow, you have 2 mermaids too. So as that, I'll take that one too, just to show everything. 1 pair was played, so that's going to be 1 point. There is a pair of octopus. That is going to, we were 3 points, so we are up to 4 points. Also a pair of shells, worth 2 points. Bringing it up to 6 for right now. We also have 2 mermaids. The last card is a swimmer. It doesn't match color, so that's not going to be worth any points. The first mermaid is going to score either yellow or dark blue. Doesn't matter, they are both tied, so that'll be 2 points. The second one will score the second highest color, which in this case would be the other one, dark blue or yellow, so that's also 2 points. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points.
It's this close.
So had I called last chance and given them an extra turn, there was a possibility that you could have gotten a couple more points and snuck ahead, and then I would have gotten 0 points in the round. Well, close to it. I would still score my highest color, but that's really,
Like 2 points.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And that is a round of sea salt and paper.
And then what number do we play to since there's 3 players?
There are 3 players, so
35.
we're playing to 35, so it is currently 11 to 10 to 4. And we just go on to the next round. I'm gonna say stop
Okay.
before anybody has a chance to grab that.
Okay.
Okay. In my hand, I have 1, 2 of those, 2 points there.
And then I'll leave it this.
Yeah, we can this all the way. I have 2 points here for each of my pairs. Grab 2 worthless cards, and I have 2 mermaids. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly 7 points.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, that last hand I drew 2 mermaids. I was like, I don't
You're like, don't press it.
I want this. Alright, so we have 2 points so far. So this octopus will be by itself. This is going to be a 3rd point. And then this is worth 0 points. However, this makes all your anchors, or is worth 3 points for every anchor you have, so that's going to be 3 points there. So 6 points.
That was close.
That's my favorite card in the whole deck.
Pink.
Yeah, it's pink. It's a pink one. It's very nice.
Okay, so 3 pairs already, so there's 3 points. That's going to be 2 points, so we're up to 5. This is going to make all the boats 1 point, so 6, 7. So 7 points as well.
Still 1 point behind him though. Alright, that was good. That was fun.
Yep.
I like this. We should keep this up on our shelves so we're
Yeah.
playing.
No, it's definitely good.
Nice.
Maybe with better shuffling than what Brett does.
That was Sea Salt and Paper. You can find this game on sale on Cyber Monday as a doorbuster. Thanks for watching.